In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Toussaint's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, Slayer of the Beast of Beauclair, step forth.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair.
Oh, that wasn't poisoned, was it?
In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table.
Well.
The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Huh. Yeah. I think we'll leave that to Damien to tell her.
Feels like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it.
Oh, I shall.
In a moment I shall speak to Syanna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state, I must judge her fairly, but she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Oh, this is so risky. So risky. I didn't realise she was coming here. I would have told her maybe in person. I'm sure it'll be fine. No need to panic. No need to panic.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Oh, wow. She should be punished like any criminal, or the good of the duchy. That's what matters most. Yeah, she should be punished.
No matter the mitigating circumstances, whatever they may be, Syanna is a criminal and should be tried as such. and punished as such. Her guilt is clear.
Your words sadden me greatly, Witcher. But I cannot deny their logic. Sienna, you shall be tried and given a fitting punishment. Yet we shall never cease to be family. As Duchess, I shall have to judge you. But as your sister, I shall never stop loving you.
No. Stay. Keep your distance.
Forgive me.
Keep your distance. No, that's right. That's right. Stay away. Oh, are you serious? Letting this happen? Are you letting this happen?
I shall never forgive you.
Oh, you idiots! Why would they let that happen? How stupid! Oh my god. Geralt uncovers a plot. She planned to kill you. Oh yeah, let's just go let her have a nice loving embrace. Yeah, that's a good idea. Wow. What a way to end.
Need some flowers. A wreath, or...
I've none. Sold everything. I was just on my way out. No sense hanging about with nothing to do. Should come as no shock, sir. Had the funeral. Folk took it all. Men, women, children. All wished to lay a bouquet on the Duchess's grave. Windflowers, peonies, gladioli. But she liked common roses best. I know. Her ladies-in-waiting would come here at times. I'd choose the loveliest blooms for her. Fragrant, big petals, the kind that last a long time. I've still not come to terms with it. To be killed by her own sister. How could it happen?
Yes, you did, Geralt. You did! You knew you were going to try and kill her, you just let her move on in there!
How? Quickly. Unexpectedly. She was gone before I understood what was happening.
I know you. You're that witcher from the north. The one that saved us from the beast.
Mm-hmm. Could say that.
Wait here. Take these.
Thought you were out of flowers.
I put a bouquet aside. I was to take it to her myself. But you have it. I know you held the Duchess dear.
How much do I owe you?
Not a copper. Keep your coin and raise a toast in her memory tonight.
Do just that. Farewell.
We're going to the grave now? Oh, good grief. Well, oh, there's a monument there at least. I don't know if I want to actually retire to my vineyard now. It's kind of tainted. My retirement... Oh, we are actually going to place a flower on the grave. My retirement plans are up in flames. We can't stay around a city mourning. Mourning for a lost duchess. We can't stay here knowing how foolish we were to let that happen. We're going to have to move. All that work on the vineyard. Gone. Wasted. My sword real.
Scrapings around here.
Let
At
me
least the
order.
weather's pleasant.
Were only my spirit
as
You'll
well.
not find work here. Not
Eh? Bashing that beast?
Yeah, everyone would have liked it anyway.
If only the purse weren't empty.
With the Duchess. It's not decent.
Witcher, I was certain you'd departed.
Couldn't. Anna Henrietta was...
Wondrous. Beautiful. Good. The best ruler one could hope to have. Yet I let her down.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one expected Sienna to do that, persist to the end. And none of us did anything to stop her. 'Cause there was nothing we could do.
I suppose you are right. But when someone so beloved dies, one cannot help but search one's soul for blame. And even the hardiest knights grow faint-hearted then.
Come to pay my respects. Bid the Duchess farewell.
White roses. They were her favorite. Go inside then. She lies in the ducal crypt, in one room with her murderer, despite my protests.
What? Who decided that?
The Regent's Council. A pack of old men who've statutes and codices for hearts. Ducal blood flowed in Sienna's veins, and she was never legally disinherited. So they ruled she should lie alongside Anna Henrietta.
What a besmirchment. Do you know what? I kind of, well, not feel sorry, but I mean, obviously she was cast aside, she suffered some horrible stuff, and she's kind of bitter and twisted. Nah, I can't do it.
I regret it ended this way, that I failed to prevent it. Hope you can forgive me. Rest in peace.
Stylish crypt, quite subdued. Yes, this is the kind of eternal resting place I dream of.
Moments like this, I never know if you're joking or serious.
Serious, Geralt, serious. It's remarkably peaceful, subtly charming to the hilt. A perfect match for the Duchess's dignity. Ah, you humans, you'll never cease to amaze me. To feel despair in the face of natural processes to which you are predestined. I've come to take you from this place, my friend. Dare say you deserve a speck of respite after the mad whirl of the last few days.
All those deaths I failed to prevent. Feel pretty awful right about now. Can't help thinking I could have done more. Now Toussaint's left without a ruler, or more accurately, chaos rules here. Hand in hand with despair. Duchess won over people's hearts. All Beauclair now weeps for her.
A mass outburst of emotion. Well, it seems her subjects have adopted some of their recent ruler's traits.
Why the sarcasm? Thought you liked Anna Henrietta.
I did. And I do truly rue her passing.
Me too.
Then let us drink.
Always seemed to me you were a very complicated creature by nature. Not one to resort to such simple methods like drinking your worries away.
There exist worries for which they're quite simply, it's no other medicine.
Whatever you say about Siona, you gotta admit, she was unbending.
That she was. I do admit it. Though, in her case, it would have been better if she had been a tad more philosophical, pausing from time to time to reflect on the propriety of her actions.
True.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
I think it was just an excuse to suggest that he didn't want to go picking. But looks like we don't have a choice. Go on then.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This moonlight makes me oh so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No.
Am I saying this right? The Duchess is dead. We've completed our mission. We are now going to pick mandrake roots. What a strange way to finish the series. Right, well, we have gloves for mandrake picking and also a mask, which we have put on. Let's do this.
I was thinking about, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
All right. Where are these roots? Ah. Suppose I have to collect my own, do I? It's time for me to have a bit of a cheat and have a look at some Witcher senses. Ah, there we go. Aha! Quick! Another one. I win!
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go?
Regis?
Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire, after all.
What is it?
Regis!
Aha! Footprints.
Damn it, where'd you go?
What kind of game is he playing?
Regis!
You raise your hand against the vampire! You shall die for that!
Oh, what the hell?
The unseen shall never forget!
What's going on?
Those Bruxae, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink. Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
My intention, my vision has always been for Geralt to settle. Corvo Bianco seems like a nice place. Yes, I agree with what's happened. It's a bit tainted, but... I think he deserves a bit of time off.
Know what? Think I just might. Come on now, don't laugh. Maybe not today or tomorrow. But one day I'll want to see what it's like. To just wake up every day in my own bed.
Oh, stop, please. Sounds so sentimental, my fangs have begun to hurt. Then what? Will you begin writing your memoirs like Dandelion?
Can play cards, get drunk, play some more cards.
I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view. I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Oh, look, a sneaky little look at the camera and a smirk. Oh, man alive, we're done. The Witcher 3, Blood and Wine. The Witcher 3. The Witcher series is done. And what a ride it has been. I have utterly enjoyed every minute of it. And I hope you've enjoyed watching. And what a very, very, very good DLC to finish it all off. It's kind of weird when you finish an epic game series, a trilogy, or however many there's been, and you've really enjoyed it. It's so weird when you finish it. It's almost like a feeling of being flat. You know that it's going to be no more. It's a sad feeling, but on the other hand, you've got fond memories of what you've just been through, and that's the case here. I'll have nothing but fond memories of The Witcher 3 for a long, long time. Anyway, thank you all if you're still with me, and if you've been here from the very start, I commend you. It's been a long journey, but a fun one. So, until next time, it's goodbye.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Ah, but we're not done yet. Home! Where is home? Corvo Bianco? It is indeed. Let's see what awaits us. One last quest. One last quest to wrap it all up. What has been left for us in Corvo Bianco by Regis? Don't forget, we've got the Sangreal. There's Roach in the stables.
Yes, I should. If I only could.
There's a lovely bench we plan to sit on.
Master Richard, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Yennefer? Could it be? I kinda hope it is.
Unexpected as ever.
Oh.
And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky, like some shitty two-crown romance.
Oh dear. Bit of small talk.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The Name of the Orchid. A widower for half a year.
Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not. A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
But the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade, and you'll bring me cool drinks at regular intervals.
Bring you whatever you want. You know, feels kind of strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard, good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely,
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white, has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
oh yeah, the unicorn. Fine, you can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Oh, plenty of room for it, isn't there?
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet, bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels and wordplay.
Forgotten. It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
Never change.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
And they lived happily ever after. Or did they? Who knows? But on this rather spiffing scene, I'm going to end it there. See you soon.